It is time. It is time. Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. It is time. Those are the words that Kevin Greene spoke to Clay Matthews when the outcome of Super Bowl 45 was still in doubt. And a couple moments later, Clay Matthews delivered the hit that jarred the ball loose from Rashad Mendenhall, and that was the first dagger that allowed the Green Bay Packers to win Super Bowl 45. Another great number, 45. I'm kind of sensing some things here today, folks, but I'm fired up. It's game day. I mean, this time of the year, I'm just wearing quarter zips and t-shirts. I got a polo shirt on, got my Respect Notre Dame and Navy on. I got pinstripes on my pants here. I mean, look at that. Pinstripes my pants. Of course, I got my gold shoes on today. I am fired up. 6:30 cannot come soon enough. The boys both have basketball games today. They should be done at about 6:15, I'm thinking. So we should be primed and ready to go. Now, yesterday was a really great day. My principal, Dr. Schreiber, she was in the classroom here with me. And that's the great part about sports. People can just have their opinions, they talk about them, they debate them. It actually goes into what we're doing here in the classroom. My students are doing some opinion writing. They're going to be doing some book reviews. And we talked a lot about fact and fiction yesterday. But sports are great. You have a topic, you give your opinion, you state some reasons for them. Dr. Schreiber, she came with those yesterday. And then you have some sort of ending or a conclusion, but the ending comes tonight when Notre Dame advances to play for the national championship. Now, when I got home, there were quite a few things on my doorstep. Some of them I knew what they were, some I did not. My main man, Brad, over at Doogie's Dugout, he sent me a package, and Graham was kind of like, we really should have put together the Topps Chrome set this year. I'm like, well, the boxes were expensive, had other things going on, just never really got to it. It's like, I'm going to call Brad. I'm going to see, do you have a box of commons that, let me buy them off you. Give me a price. Tell me how much it is to ship them. I know that the Judge and Ohtani, those are the buybacks. Those aren't going to be in there. But just give me what you have. Maybe he would have like 200 cards of the set. And he responds back like an hour later. It's like, bro, I got them all, but maybe like 5 or 6 cards. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And am I surprised with Brad? No, one of the most generous guys out there, definitely a good friend of mine. I'm like, send me the bill, send me whatever it is. He's like, no. Definitely, find something to send his way soon. But it came yesterday, and not only does he have pretty much all the cards, they're in order already. I mean, I would have probably just put a bunch of cards in a box and said, here you go. But Brad, thank you very much. Graham was so giddy to be able to put Topps Chrome into a binder. So thank you very much, my friend. Now also, Pastor Ken, he had his subscriber giveaway, and I was one of the winners, and that package was there. And I mean, look at Pastor Ken. Look at that logo he's got going on. And, I don't know if the kids call it drip or swag, whatever it is, but Pastor Ken, he's got his own hat. He's got his own t-shirts going on. So he is definitely, doing pretty well over there. And he had a live stream over break. And I was in there with that. And I was one of the winners. And let's see what Pastor Ken, I think I won twice, actually. I think. I could be wrong, though. But Pastor Ken, he sent these to me. Oh, and I know he was glad to get this one out of his house. Yankee, he's a Mets fan. But look at that Aaron Judge. I'm going to save that for Christmas for next year. Mr. 95 Cents is probably asking him about this gingerbread house right there. So, Pastor Ken, thank you very much. But there's more. I think Pastor Ken started making videos maybe about a year ago around this time. I heard him first on Daryl's channel. And they both went to Savi's Collectibles, his new shop recently, and they both did a video from there where Pastor Ken pulled a 101. But before that, he pulled a Pete Crow Armstrong that made him the unofficial pack battle winner for that day. Daryl was giving away free packs, but I also won from the Christmas. We got Bryce Harper. Very nice. And the Advent calendar was awesome. I wish Topps would kind of sprinkle in a few more packs kind of like these besides the normal base cards, but it was pretty cool. and the nice list. Pastor Ken, when I first started opening mine, you were mentioning about putting the set together. So do email me. If you are missing any that I have, I will definitely send them your way. The big man, Kyle Schwarber right there. Still wish Kyle Schwarber was a Chicago Cub. And then, Jason Dominguez. We got the Santa hat right over there. Again, Mr. 95 cents, probably begging for this card. And I got it in the victory. We got a Paul Skeens. Yamamoto. All the stars, all the rookie stars Pastor Ken set out. So what a prize he gave away for his subscriber giveaway. Ellie De La Cruz. Jackson Churio. Again, all the rookies are in this thing. And Jackson Merrill. So if you're not already subbed up to Pastor Ken, go ahead and give him a sub. Watch some videos. You definitely will not be disappointed. Now, the next one was a total surprise. And I was taking Graham to practice. He had basketball practice after school, soccer practice after that, and I almost tripped over it. And the master of all racks, Greg Clark, he sent me something for my birthday, totally unexpected. And he later sent a comment on one of my videos that something was just delivered for you. And I just can't believe it. And I was like, okay, let's wait. And Graham, no, we got to open it. Okay, well, I'll open it. And I mean, Greg is always, I always hope I'm half as generous as what Greg is, because his generosity is just unmatched. So he has this birthday card for the sports card ripping teacher. I'm going to save this. I am going to save this because in here is a package where it says PC cards for me and the boys. And I'm trying to teach the boys some patience. And Jax was like, well, what if there's like an animal in there? I'm like, Greg is not going to send us an animal, I guarantee. So this weekend or whenever we do it, we will open this together with them. They're definitely excited for it. And this caught my eye here. A Sammy Sosa magazine, Topps vintage book, and number 45 inside. So they were like, at least open this. So I did open this yesterday, and it blew my mind. And having the 45 on there, you go back to Super Bowl 45, it just kind of blew my mind. And I'll be honest with you, for a second, just for a second, grabbing something over here, I thought about my favorite 45. This was a gift from John Rudiger, one of Rudy's brothers, and I've talked about it before, and it is numbered. It's 746 out of 1,000. I've said this before. I'm like, John, who are the other 745 people that got one of these before your brother gave it to you? But I'm like, could it be something Rudy in there? So first off, I do love reading. I'm reading a Bart Starr book right now. My only downfall of Break was I didn't get it finished. It gets a little bit harder to read once school goes back, but I'm going to finish it here. So Topps baseball cards, Chicago Cubs. I mean, this is awesome. I can't wait to go through this. It looks like Greg has never even creased a page here. He is a White Sox fan, though. But, I mean, this is, look at here. Let's go to, oh, yeah. 1982 Topps. Shows you just all the cards right there. I mean, this is awesome. Thank you very much. Got Jody Davis, Leon Durham. Bobby Bonds is in this one. Larry Boda. Ivan De Jesus is still on this team. We wonder what happened to him. But Bill Buckner. I mean, this is awesome. Hogs, Keith Moreland, Lee Arthur Smith. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, there's still a little bit more here. We got Slammin' Sammy Sosa. Watch out, Mark McGwire. Here comes Sammy. And just a wonderful time that I remember that summer, the home run chase. I went away to college and just watching it there with new friends. It was awesome. And I love going back through old magazines, reading some of the articles. Let me see where we at here. Oh, Payne no gain. Payne Stewart. Payne Stewart misses the birdie putt in the 72nd hole that would have put him into a 3-hole playoff with Lee Janzen. I do remember that. Payne was one of my favorite golfers. All right, here we go. I always love the faces in the crowd. I always love going back and reading some of these, so I'm definitely going to take a moment to read that a little bit later on. And then my mind was blown. And I am going to text John Rudiger, Rudy's brother, here in a little bit to show him what I got for my birthday. But I mean, Greg, it's always too much. I don't deserve any of these things. It's always too much. But I'm going to frame this. And this is going up at home. Look at that right there. Rudy Rudiger, go Irish. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love it. What else can I say? This is just awesome to have in my collection. So thank you very much. You know, you're just too kind to me all the time. And Mrs. Sports Card Ripping Teacher, she has her JJ Watt cards, and she wanted to enter, or she wanted me to do that for a commenting collector for his VR. But I'm like, if you want to do one, Shelly, you got to do it on your own. All right, class is in session. Today is Thursday, January 9th, 2025. It's lesson number 88. Today goes out to Ross Browner, probably the greatest Notre Dame player to ever wear. Sorry, the number 89, not 88. That was Bubba Franks yesterday and all the Packers tight ends. I'm fired up, folks. My mind is racing 1,000 miles a minute today. And imagine teaching second graders when that is going on. But the number 89, Ross Browner, defensive lineman for the Notre Dame, and probably the greatest Notre Dame player to ever wear 89. He won 2 national championships. He was on the 73 and 77 team. He's a 2-time All-American. He also won the Outland Trophy, the Maxwell Award, and the Lombardi Award. And his best finish for the Heisman was 5th. Now, being a defensive player, you're always at a little bit of a disadvantage for those things. It just goes to show how great of a player he was coming up 5th. Now, oh man, the stars are all aligning. I'm just telling people. In 1934, Bart Starr was born. And in 1967, shout out to 2 of my favorite Saints fans, Pick Six Cards and Barry Berry. But the name Saints was adopted as their official team name in 1967. And back in 1953, not on this date, but Otto Graham started wearing kind of the first face mask. And in like the 1955, somewhere around there, it was recommended. But not until 1962 did it officially become illegal, a penalty to grab someone's face mask. So for quite a few years there, you could grab someone's face mask, drag them down as a tackle. So probably a good rule they put into effect there. And last but not least, we're going back to 1811. That was the very first women's professional golf tournament. All right, Graham and I, we're going to open some cards here. Let's see if he can finally get that Ashton Jeanty Bowman first he's been looking for.
All right, so the big day is finally here. Your Bowman U-Chrome finally came in the mail. What did it feel like? You did have patience. If you would not have, ordered it right away and waited a little bit, probably could have got it in store like a week ago. It took a while for delivery, but let's get it going here. The game is tomorrow, Notre Dame versus Penn State. What are you going to wear to school tomorrow?
I don't know, some Notre Dame gear probably?
I mean, of course, but I laid out all my clothes this whole week. I've had the whole thing scripted of what I'll be wearing to school each day this week.
Eric Singleton Jr.?
Is he pretty good?
I've not really heard of him.
All right, and you did get your Ashton Jeanty the other day, right?
Yes. Donovan Edwards, not a bad running back.
Pink looks a little bit different here.
What's
Just
the name
the gold with the Maryland background, maybe? Pretty sharp looking card. These are really sharp cards.
Got a Tez Johnson, then an Ethan Garbers. Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving, he says.
Luther Burden, supposed to be a high draft pick.
Okay, very nice. So what's your prediction for the Notre Dame game? You got a score in mind?
Not really. Nico, been wanting a Nico.
Nico Horner?
No, Nico Lamalavea.
All right.
Tyler Van Dyke and Jalen Walker, sadly.
No Notre Dame cards, though.
None.
I'd be calling
Two
tops.
more packs left. Jaden Ott, last pack. See if we
No Notre Dame. Let's get Notre Dame autograph. See Xavier Worthy
I don't
autograph.
think we got any numbered cards in this box. Daniel Deshawn, not too bad though.
All right,
Some
pretty
high
good.
prospects.
So, no Notre Dame cards, but that's only a good sign to show that the Irish are going to defeat Penn State and play for the national championship.
And there's a magic in the sound of their name. Here come the Irish of Notre Dame.
The hairs on the back of my neck just stood up. I get emotional with anything with Notre Dame, so I can't wait to watch the game with my family today. Go Irish, and class is dismissed.